All right, gentlemen, you received your instructions in the dressing room. Are there any questions? Any questions from the chief seconds? All right, gentlemen, remember, obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves now, let's get to it.
And so we are ready for what should be a very interesting match featuring a young man who, at this juncture, has already captured the imagination of the boxing crowd, Bert, even at this young stage.
Roy Jones is one of the potentially great stories. There's been a lot of questions about him, but he has answered every one of them.
The young man who, as you know, fought in the Seoul lands a good left hook, has fought in the Seoul Olympics, ended up with a silver medal in a match in which virtually everyone felt that he won.
Well, he fought Sin-Hyu Park, or was it Fenway Park, and he lost on a 3-2 decision, and still was given the outstanding boxer of the Olympic award.
I should tell you, right now, he's having his way with Art Serrano early on. As a pro, Roy Jones has not fought outrageously great competition, but his last time out against a former champion, Jorge Baca, just destroyed him in one round, and that was one of the things that has stamped him, many people believe, as a coming star in the sport.
It was 1 minute and 45 seconds of the first round after 23 unanswered punches. Fast hand speed, they say the fastest since Sugar Ray Leonard.
He does throw excellent combinations.
One of the questions about Roy Jones Jr. has always been the critics feel that he's managed by his father and that doesn't work as a synergism, as a twosome. And yet Big Roy, as he's called, has said that he reads where managers say they become like fathers to their fighters. He says, I don't have to become nothing. I already am his father.
Oh, my. Oh. Big right hand by Roy Jones. That will finish it. Just forget about it. Art Serrano got hit with an overhand right that puts him out, and I mean puts him out. So shades of the Jorge Baca fight for Roy Jones, his second straight first-round KO against a man who hasn't been knocked out for a while. And I'll tell you what, for Art Serrano, that was a devastating right hand to get hit with. Luckily, he is getting up and appears to be okay. He dropped his left hand. You'll see the right from Jones come. It's a lead right. No, a small jab as a rangefinder went in before it. And Art Serrano, who told me today he thought he would score the knockout, in this case, he is the one who ends up getting knocked out. And I mean much earlier than some people thought that it would happen. Boy, oh boy, he got nailed with an overhand right. And the power of Roy Jones comes to the forefront. Well, Art Serrano is not a top 10 heavyweight, or excuse me, a top 10 junior middleweight or middleweight, but he is a journeyman who went 10 rounds, for instance, with Pat Lawler recently.
Covering up after that. You heard Tommy Burgett tell Tommy Morrison that he was getting away from the game plan to start working the body more.
Right, he wants him to go back, but he wants him to relax, too. Like I said, he looked real anxious and uptight at the beginning of the fight, and that'll wear you out in itself, just that nervousness.
Mercer with a two good right hands. And now Mercer on Morrison in the corner. And Mercer's all over him, and Morrison in trouble. And Morrison goes down for the first time in his career. And that is it.
That's it. The fight is over.
Ray Mercer has won it. He successfully defended his WBO heavyweight championship. Woo.
Boy, what a flurry of punches Ray Mercer put together there. Tommy Morrison does not know what town he's in.
The fifth round for Ray Mercer, handing Tommy Morrison the first loss after 28 straight victories in his career.
Tommy Morrison Morrison's being told the fight is over. He's still telling him he wants to go on and fight, yet he doesn't realize the fight's over. That's how hard of punches he took. He really is in another world right now. It's going to take him a few minutes to recuperate. Well, let's take a look at it, Joe. All right, Joe's going to head up into the ring now. Mike Marley with us, and here comes Mercer on the attack, and right at this point, Morrison's out of it.
He was out on his feet, precisely, Glenn. He was out of it, groggy. I mean, he doesn't know what's hitting him at that point.
Well, those are damaging blows right there. He was out of it. 4, 5, 6. Wow. Morrison could have been seriously hurt there.
You're exactly right. Referee Tony Perez should have stepped in a little bit sooner.
Take another look, and you can count him. At this point, Morrison's out of it right here after that left hand. Now, from this point on, this is the damage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And finally went down for the first time in his career. And Ray Mercer.
October 16th, 1909. Rumor has it that Johnson will carry Ketchel to make it look good for the cameras. The first suspicion of a fix in Jack Johnson's career, but not the last. When Ketchel appears in the ring, minus shoulder pads and cowboy boots, the physical differences are startling.
Be careful. This man's a champion, and champions know what it's all about. Better behave now, Stanley.
A combination of blows, and Ketchel goes down. By round 9, Ketchel is exhausted. Courage, raw courage, keeps him on his feet.
Don't go down yet, Stanley. We got a little way to go.
Ketchel's face begins to show blood. Johnson stands off and flicks stinging left jabs. Ketchel looks for that one punch. Johnson steps back from a wild left and then ties up the challenger.
Easy, Stanley. Hold it, Stanley.
The pace has been blistering. Ketchel is still putting up a fight as they wait for round 12. Ketchel throws an overhand right, and Johnson goes down. Ketchel has done it. Johnson rolls over and rises. And then lightning strikes. Ketchel is down. In slow motion, all of Ketchel's weight is behind one looping right. Slowly, Johnson begins to gather himself. He seems dazed. Ketchel's confidence soars. A perfectly timed straight right to the jaw smashes Ketchel to the canvas. Johnson's momentum sends him hurtling over the falling Ketchel. Johnson wipes 2 of Ketchel's teeth from his glove. With shocking suddenness, Jack Johnson knocks out Stanley Ketchel and successfully defends his heavyweight crown.
What a straight left hand. And will Hatton make it up from this? Can he beat the count? Is that it? And Kenny Bella says, no way. That is that. What an amazing knockout shot. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot.
In der 12. und letzten Runde ein ganz großes Turnier entwickeln und es gibt jetzt schon neben Arthur Abraham einen Gewinner. Das ist das Boxen. Wir freuen uns auf weitere solche hochdramatischen Duelle. Dass es so spannend wird und dass es so spektakulär endet, das hat alle Erwartungen deutlich übertroffen.
Helt som jeg havde forventet, Mikkel hurtigt. Han er også åben. Han er åben. I den grad åben. Nej, Mikkel smiler. Han blev ramt. Og der bliver talt. Der kommer højrehånden derinde og rammer Kessler. Bliver fuldt op af venstre. En højre til, og der kommer venstren. Og en dyb venstre næsten ned i leveren.
Okay, you okay now? Okay.
Der er slet ingen tvivl om, der skal tælles over Kessler her.
I want you to fake this motherfucker. Start faking him, not just stand there. You gotta move to the left.
Og i den Greens ringhjørne, der blev der sagt, at han var låst og lidt at læse. Fire omgang. Bingo! Bingo! Mikkel Kessler er ren! Mikkel Kessler er verdensmester igen! Fantastisk! Et megaslag efter Green og afgørelsen. Begynder at bløtte sammen. Bingo, siger den. Kan den være mere ren? Fuldstændig klokkeren til kæben. Kendt som man vil, den gamle dreng. Og de skulle høre parken herinde. Alt kåre.
That for the rest of the fight at the tempo the way that Williams is going, because Williams is used to fighting at this type of a tempo more so than Martinez. Martinez is more of a thinking type fighter, very intelligent, very crafty. Williams is changing the pace and making him fight a little faster than he wants to fight.
And as expected, Williams was a little bit busier in round number one. They landed at the same percentage according to CompuBox. That exchange gets a rise out of the crowd here in Atlantic City.
Okay, come on.
Now Williams is starting to connect with clean shots.
Hey, break! Step, walk it. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of holding.
Good left hand, and down goes Williams.
I think it was a right hand.
Right hand. Williams through the left. Williams down.
He's not getting up, guys.
Not getting up.
That is the knockout of the year, if nothing else. A sensational, shocking, one-punch knockout of a normally iron-chinned, top-notch fighter.
Good, but they're not as exciting and as good for promotion of boxing as a knockout. And we haven't saw too many knockouts lately.
Get a stool nearby.
Now they're going to get Williams up in stages. Let's listen. And we're going to take a look at how it ends.
Yeah.
Williams throws a left, but Martinez beats him with the left.
Shorter punch. Yeah, I thought it was a right hook. Shorter punch. And, you know, this is what's so strange about boxing and so great about boxing. Williams was fighting the perfect fight, doing everything right. And just one punch out of nowhere changed the whole result. He never saw the punch.
Martinez's left got there first. And Williams was out from the moment the punch hit him. Dr. Dominic Collette.
There was a time when Roy Jones didn't lose this many fights, this many rounds in 6 fights.
In the last 2 rounds, by CompuBox count, Johnson has outlanded Jones 36-12. Jones, in rounds 7 and 8 combined, threw a total of 40 punches. This is no way to win a decision.
I think you're going to see Roy at this round. I think panic is setting in. Now you're going to see him do whatever he wants to do or has to do. He's going to start doing it this round right now. I think he really realizes that he's getting in jeopardy of losing the fight. Before he felt it was okay.
Well, he turned it up against
He takes a right hand and a left hand, and he's on the canvas again for the second time in 2 fights. And for the second time in 2 fights, he's not going to get up, and he's been knocked out again.
Will we ever see Roy Jones in the ring again?
Not the one you're used to seeing, because we didn't see him tonight. We saw the guy who got knocked out
on the canvas and hurt badly.
In our meeting yesterday, Roy Jones made it clear that, frankly, it was a one-sided fight, which ended in a knockout victory for the guy who had dominated it from the opening bell. Combination which knocked Roy Jones out. Right hand, crunch. Now the left hook. And it was really the right hand that did the damage. The left hook was just a push on the shoulder to get him to go down. The right hand had already knocked him cold.
And his head hit the canvas very hard.
That's right. And the head bounced twice against the canvas. And there's your winner. A nicer guy you'll never meet in our sport.
And backs Marquez up. Another good left hand.
Pump fake followed by the 1-2, and the left hand lands cleanly. The pump fake
He's a grain less. He's green.
First 2.5 rounds. Another hard right hand by Marquez, and for the first time in 4 fights, Manny Pacquiao has been knocked out. That's the first time
that Marquez has made.
And Pacquiao's giving him some feints, and Marquez right there.
And there goes the knockdown. Manny Pacquiao evens up the knockdown count as he puts Marquez on the canvas, or at least forces him to touch his glove.
Pacquiao landed a straight left right down the pipe, and down goes Marquez with his gloves.
These are big shots Pacquiao's been landing early. And there's another left hand. And another.
Brought us the blood of drama.
Or he's going to stay behind.
And it looked
realize how close Pacquiao has gotten to him.
Marquez was off balance again. Now gets his feet back and tries to roar back to nail Pacquiao with the right hand.
Oh!
That's another knockdown.
He's not getting up, Jim.
Will he get up?
He's not getting up, Jim. He's not getting up.
No, he's been knocked out. A sensational right hand knockout by...
With the overhand right. You see that?
Pacquiao missed the right hand.
He knew he was coming. He just caught his rhythm because that's what has caused. So that's the shot, bam, right on the button that the weightlifting definitely will help you with.
That's the hardest and most dramatic shot we've seen in the sport since Sergio Martinez knocked out Paul Williams on November 20, 2010.
The fight was a scheduled 15-round title bout for the Bantamweight Championship of the World. Owens' opponent was a reigning champion from Mexico, Lupe Pintor. For the first 8 rounds, Johnny Owens held his own, although his battle wounds were clearly visible. Then in the 8th round, Owens went down for the first time. At the end of this round, Johnny Owens was hurting, but he was not a quitter, and even though he was bleeding from his nose and mouth, he continued to battle Pintor over the next 3 rounds. When Johnny Owens was knocked down for the second time in the fight, he seemed totally disoriented. As a doctor, it seemed obvious to me that the fight should have been stopped, but the referee thought otherwise. Prior to this fight, Owens had never been knocked down. This time, when he hit the canvas, he would never get up. At the time, Lupe Pintor had no idea his devastating punch had sent his opponent into a coma.